everyone, Adrian here. So today I am once again bringing you a wonderful book review of a Gothic novel, or at least in my opinion, I think this should be classified as a Gothic novel, but for some reason this is conspicuously missing from all the lists that I see online, which saddens me, but I'm here to rectify that. So, the novel I am going to be reviewing for you today is The Bride of Lammermoor by Sir Walter Scott, and I was extremely excited to read this, with good reason, mainly because one of my favorite operas, called Lucia di Lammermoor, is based on this book, and I really wanted to get a load of the original material that inspired Donizetti to create this wonderful, wonderful opera. So, onto the book. The Bride of Lammermoor follows the tragic story of Edgar and Lucy. Edgar, also known as Master of Ravenswood, loses his castle and his family all in the same day. And it pretty much sucks. And the reason why he lost his castle was because of the change in political climate in Scotland. The family that happens to usurp the castle after Edgar loses it are the Ashtons, a very prominent English family. Edgar is absolutely overwrought and loaded with so much hatred toward the Ashtons for taking his ancestral home away from him. However, he soon forgets his anger and his hatred when he falls deeply in love with their daughter Lucy. And here's how they met. One day while traveling about the moors, Lucy and her father were chased down by a wild bull. And of course their rescuer is Edgar of Ravenswood. Lucy and Edgar arrange secret little meetings by the fountain, which had a spooky connection. Supposedly at this fountain a young woman met her death. Kinda spooky. So it goes without saying, of course, that Lucy and Edgar fall deeply in love. However, because of the political standing and the fact that Edgar is the rightful owner of Ravenswood Castle, her family doesn't approve. Even after Edgar repeatedly consults them and lets them know that his love for Lucy is sincere. Most of the blowback doesn't really come from Lucy's father, though. It comes from Lucy's mother. Kind of shocking. She's kind of a Lady Macbeth kind of figure, trying to conspire and keep these two star-crossed lovers away from each other. Lucy's mother forces Lucy into an arranged marriage with another man to further separate her from Edgar. And this doesn't end so well. Let's just say that. This book is loaded with the elements of Gothic literature. First of all, Ravenswood Castle is a very large, ruined castle and of great prominence, but it's built in the Gothic style, so you see how that kind of adds to why this is classified, or at least I think it should be classified as a Gothic novel. Another thing too, you have this aspect of forbidden love. You have Lucy and Edgar fighting to stay with each other. And then of course, Lucy's psychotic mother is trying to intervene and keep them apart. And then you have the ghostly prophecies. The prophecy is listed here on the back of the book, which reads, "When the last lord of Ravenswood to Ravenswood shall ride and woo a dead maiden to be his bride, he shall stable his steed in the Kelpie's flow, and his name shall be lost forevermore." Pretty spooky. And this actually does come to fruition. Ghastly prophecies like that are one of the essential elements in Gothic literature. And ghastly warnings, like spirits coming back from the dead to communicate and warn those of the living about things that are going on. That also happens in this book, and it's so great, and I still am wondering why it's not classified as a Gothic novel. It's freaking awesome! And then on top of that, you have the madness. I'm sure if you follow me on social media, most likely Facebook, you have seen the mad scene from the opera Lucia di Lammermoor, where Lucia stumbles out. Lucia, of course, is parallel to Lucy in the story, obviously. Lucia is covered in blood, and she's wielding a knife, and she's dazed. She's absolutely mad. That's so goth, man! It's freaking awesome! You got murder, you got madness, you got star-crossed lovers, you have spooky prophecies, you have ghosts, you have intervening forces. How is this not a Gothic novel on all the lists, man? Why? How? That's not okay. Okay? And so guys, that being said, I really think that you should go forth and track down this book and read it for yourself. I found it to be fantastic. I really loved Sir Walter Scott's writing style. It reminded me somewhat of Jane Austen's, but darker. And I totally mean that in the best way possible. So no matter what, this book is going to be a treat for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of The Bride of Lammermoor by Sir Walter Scott, and I really hope that you check it out for yourself. And just as a special treat for you, I will leave this particular edition down in the description below, as well as a reliable version of the opera Lucia di Lammermoor with subtitles for you guys, so you can enjoy it here on YouTube for yourself. You're gonna love it. I'd love to hear your thoughts about The Bride of Lammermoor or even Lucia di Lammermoor in the comments below. And as always, I will see you guys later. Bye!